Hello everyone. Welcome back to Today News K-Wave channel. The Jikook phenomenon has always been a hot topic among K-pop fans. This name refers to the close relationship between Jimin and Jungkook, two members of the global boy band BTS, which has a massive fan base worldwide. Their interactions on stage, behind the scenes, and in various official content often spark lengthy discussions. Some see it as a genuine and supportive friendship, while others build speculation that goes far beyond what they themselves have ever expressed. In the fast-paced era of social media, the line between public life and private space has become increasingly thin. Every glance, joke, or shared moment can be cropped, edited, and spread with varying narratives. In this context, the question arises, to what extent should public figures respond to public curiosity? Does every speculation deserve clarification, or is maintaining distance a healthier form of protection? As global idols, Jimin and Jungkook live under near-constant scrutiny. Busy schedules, high expectations, and professional demands have become part of their daily lives. But beneath all that, they are still individuals with feelings, boundaries, and a right to privacy. The closeness seen on camera could be the natural dynamic of two people who have grown together over the years in a group. Their intense bond since their trainee days has created a strong bond, and it's natural for this to appear warm in public. The question becomes even more complex as speculation builds relentlessly. On the one hand, some fans feel clarification will end the debate and alleviate misunderstandings. On the other hand, providing an answer to one issue can open the door to new questions. The entertainment world often demonstrates that when a rumor is cleared up, public attention doesn't necessarily subside. Sometimes it even intensifies. Protecting personal space doesn't mean avoiding responsibility. On numerous occasions, the BTS members have spoken about the importance of mental health and maintaining a balanced life. They demonstrate that boundaries are part of professionalism. Not everything that happens offstage should be public consumption. There are areas of life that deserve to be respected as private, regardless of celebrity status. On the other hand, the relationship between artists and fans is built on emotional closeness. Fans feel connected through music, lyrics, and publicly shared moments. Curiosity often stems from concern and affection. However, healthy concern also includes respecting boundaries. Respecting a person's choice not to answer can be as powerful a form of support as asking for clarification. The discussion about Jikook ultimately reflects a broader dynamic in modern pop culture. The internet allows for limitless interpretation, but it also demands maturity in handling it. Every individual has the right to decide which stories they want to share and which they want to keep private. Transparency is not an absolute requirement in all aspects of life. Perhaps most importantly, remember that behind the big names and global spotlight, Jimin and Jungkook are ordinary people growing, learning, and evolving. They have given so much through their work and dedication. Respecting their personal space doesn't mean diminishing support, but rather strengthening the foundation of respect between artist and fan. The choice between answering public questions and protecting personal space is not a simple one. Both have their own consequences and considerations. But in a fast-paced world, maintaining boundaries can be a form of courage. Ultimately, that balance is perhaps what is most needed both for them as public figures and for the fans who want to continue to support them in a healthy and respectful way. Conversations about Jikook are also inextricably linked to the way fandom operates in the digital age. Fan communities are now not just places to share support, but also highly active, fast-paced, and sometimes intense discussion spaces. Every video clip, live broadcast, or concert moment can be analyzed in detail, discussed for days, even weeks. Social media algorithms reinforce this by continually displaying similar content, making certain topics feel increasingly important and urgent to address. In situations like this, the pressure to respond can be palpable, even if it isn't always apparent from the outside. Public figures are often in a delicate position. If they choose to remain silent, some may interpret that silence as a sign. If they speak, every word can be twisted, taken out of context, or overinterpreted. Often, clarifications intended to calm the situation can actually spark new, broader discussions. This cycle can repeat itself without truly reaching an end. The closeness between two group members, Jimin and Jungkook, developed under unique circumstances. They underwent a long training period, faced the pressures of the entertainment industry from a young age, and shared the experience of a global stage. The bonds formed on such a journey certainly have a depth of their own. However, the public only sees a small part of the story. Cameras capture certain moments, while many other aspects remain behind the scenes. When these small snippets become the basis for larger conclusions, the scope for interpretation becomes vast. This is where understanding the concept of personal boundaries is crucial. Privacy is not a rejection of fans, but rather a basic human need. Even in professions that demand openness, there are still lines that deserve to be maintained. Determining these lines is an individual's right, not something to be decided by majority opinion. Respecting the decision not to discuss certain aspects of one's personal life can be a form of collective maturity within fandom. There is also a psychological dimension that is often overlooked in public discussions. Constantly being the object of speculation can impact anyone's emotional well-being. The burden of endless expectations, interpretations, and comments can create pressures that are difficult for those outside the circle to imagine. In recent years, more and more artists have spoken about the importance of maintaining mental well-being, including setting firm boundaries against questions deemed too personal. This is not a sign of weakness, but rather a preventative measure to enable them to continue creating healthy and sustainable works. On the other hand, the public's desire for clarity often stems from a deep sense of connection. BTS's music and long journey have created a strong emotional connection with millions of people worldwide. When fans feel close, they also feel a desire to understand more about the members' lives. However, emotional closeness doesn't always mean unlimited access. A healthy relationship, even between artist and fan, still requires space and mutual respect. The Jikook phenomenon also demonstrates how narratives can develop on their own without direct intervention from the parties being discussed. Fan art, compilation videos, and circulating theories are often part of the creative culture of fandom. This creativity can be a positive form of appreciation as long as it doesn't cross the line or claim something as fact without basis. The distinction between interpretation and reality needs to be maintained to keep discussions within a healthy realm. In the long run, the choice to answer or not to answer may not be about right or wrong, but rather about timing, context, and readiness. Each individual has the right to determine when and how they want to share their story. Sometimes, the wisest decision is to wait until the atmosphere is more conducive or to choose to remain focused on their work and professional achievements. Their music, stage presence, and creative contributions are the primary reasons why they are known and loved. Ultimately, the conversation around Jikook reflects a profound shift in how we view celebrities. Instant access through social media creates a powerful illusion of closeness, but that illusion doesn't always reflect the full reality. Respecting boundaries doesn't mean stifling curiosity, but rather managing it with empathy. In the balance between answering public questions and protecting personal space, perhaps the most important thing is ensuring that respect remains the foundation. This way, the support provided will not only be strong but also healthy and sustainable for all parties involved. And that concludes our discussion today about Jikook and the dilemma of answering public questions or maintaining personal space. Ultimately, whatever our views, the most important thing is to respect boundaries and support their work in a positive way. If you have any opinions, please share them politely in the comments section. Don't forget to like if you enjoy topics like this, and subscribe so you don't miss future updates on the world of K-pop and other interesting discussions. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Purple Heart.